And you said you've grown up loving film to some extent.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's always been my ambition. I'm just very lazy, and there's been really good stuff on TV, so I didn't get around to it for a while.
Can you remember when cinema first sort of entered your bloodstream? When you first...
Cinema came around on a Friday night, knocked on the door, asking for money, and I did when I used to play with my little play people. Anyone have play people? Not Playmobil. I used to play games with them, and then I used to do the making of afterwards. Genuinely, it was just pretty tragic.
And you grew up just over the river. You sort of mentioned around Streatham and Stockwell.
Yeah.
Did that area feed into your imagination as well? I mean, is that something? When you're walking around, did you sort of imagine yourself in films or imagine?
Yes.
Sort of immediate locations.
You're painting a very tragic picture of me.
I am.
But yes.
Yeah. Well.
No, but very much so. But I don't think that's unusual. I think, yeah, completely. And really, that's one of the things that perhaps influenced Attack the Block was,
sure,
you know, never seeing those American filmmakers who made suburban movies that had fantasy in them, be it E.T. or Gremlins or Ghostbusters even, you know, real suburban or urban environments with fantasy going on in them, I really loved. And I kind of missed that in my area. I'd never seen one set in London or in South London, and we seem to be very good at doing the realism bit, the kind of Ken Loach, Mike Leigh bit, or the extreme fantasy bit, usually on telly, but never the mix of the two. So yeah, that's what I was trying to do with Attack the Block. I figured out a treatment, so I had a 5-page treatment, and I did research before I did the treatment, and then once I'd got the treatment, I got a friend of mine to illustrate moments from it. We had them blown up onto big bits of card. And I went around loads and loads of youth groups around South London and around my area, and I would talk young people through the story, and with these big cards, like kind of almost like flashcards. And then I would listen to absolutely everything they said and record it and go home and transpose it. The stuff I'd got out of research was so amazing. Some of the lines in the film are things that kids genuinely said to me, like, "You'd be better off calling the Ghostbusters," that Pest says is something a kid said to me. But to inspire myself, I was reading the Making of Star Wars book concurrently, and I came across a bit which said that George Lucas used to have a separate planet for Darth Vader and a spaceship headquarters, but for budgetary reasons they combined the two into the Death Star. Which
the filmmakers did, or the Empire did? Or, I mean, who combined the planet?